Hello from the Left Coast Labour Chorus in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. We are broadcasting from the unceded territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh Nations. Welcome to our series called Themes of Our Times. Our title for today's program is This the Promised Land? We are taking a look at workers in the gig economy, the fastest growing employment sector in the world. But first, a big thanks to Vancouver's own Barry Truter for his original song Cascade in the opening photo montage. Now, what is a gig worker? These are workers who get paid individually for each job completed, which they most often access via an app on their phone. In most of Canada, gig workers are classified as independent contractors, not employees, under employment standards legislation. They are not entitled to minimum wage or even basic protections regarding working conditions. You have seen them at your own door with packages, food deliveries, car rides, or met them through a telephone survey or sales call. In 2019, over 700,000 Canadians worked in this economy. Companies like Uber and Skip the Dishes claim this work offers flexibility, but there's absolutely no guarantee of an income that provides workers with a minimum, let alone living wage. This is especially true in cities like Vancouver, where the cost of living increased by 4% just last month. We are going to meet Jennifer, President of Gig Workers United, Local 102 of the Canadian Union of Postal Workers. She tells us exactly what she does each day and how she feels about it.
I'm Jennifer. I'm a gig worker, a bike courier, and also president of Gig Workers United. I've been delivering in Toronto for about 4 years. I work on apps like Uber Eats and DoorDash and Skip the Dishes and even Corner Shop. I was working another job. I wasn't making enough money. I Googled how could I get a job quickly without spending like 6 months sending out resumes. And so I applied for a job with DoorDash. I was signed up and ready to work within 48 hours. And so I stuck with it. Right now, I get paid on average about $3 per delivery. And on average, that's a 5.5 to 6.5 kilometer delivery. Now that 5.5, 6.5 kilometers is only from the restaurant to where the customer lives. That does not include the travel time or the number of kilometers that I have to bike from wherever I am to where the restaurant is. And sometimes that can even be the bigger part of the delivery. Can I afford to do this order? Will I make money on this order knowing that I'm 3.5 kilometers away from the restaurant to the customer is say 5.5 kilometers? The pay is $3. I log in, maybe I just log in for a dinner shift, 4:45, and then it's really, really busy. And at 9:30 when I expect to go home, it's still really busy and customers are tipping and I'm earning money. I might keep working. I might keep working until 2 a.m. even though I really should be in bed at 11 because I don't know that customers will be tipping and there will be orders tomorrow night. But I know that there is money today. Working past when you're tired, past when it's safe for you to keep working, is a norm in the gig economy. And I don't think that any of the apps intend to support gig workers. The only support that we can find is within communities of gig workers, like Gig Workers United. The only support that I have ever seen for gig workers has come from other gig workers. If we are misclassified as an independent contractor, a type of person who does not have rights, we can't do anything to change all of the horrible things that we experience at work. If we are correctly classified as an employee, we have the ability to use our union, use our collective strength as gig workers who unite with each other to fight for and win changes that relate to our pay, to our working situations, to the conditions that we experience, to protect ourselves and also to empower ourselves.
That video came to us from the Ontario Federation of Labour. They've also been pressing the Ontario government to reclassify these workers as employees, not contractors. Right now, former Uber drivers in Ontario are bringing a class action suit against their company, while this battle for rights as employees has already been fought and won in England, Spain, Italy, and Australia. Also, the Philippines and China have passed laws protecting gig workers. Yet here in British Columbia, the United Food and Commercial Workers Union has lost its first attempt to get ride-sharing drivers classified as employees. And in the last year, 3 Uber drivers were fired for refusing unsafe work, and a driver who is a known labor activist was locked out of both Uber and Lyft. No apps, no jobs. In BC, from 2009 to 2017, a third of all new jobs were non-permanent. So what happens to young people coming to the promised land who wind up in the gig economy? Where do they live when the average Vancouver one-bedroom apartment rents for $2,195 per month? Meanwhile, a studio condo costs $500,000 to buy, and many of the rental buildings are disappearing under the onslaught of condo madness. Here is the Left Coast Labour Chorus with our version of Promised Land, a song by local musicians John and Tony Kastelik.
Whew, can't believe we finally made it.
Vancouver!
We're here!
Oh
my god, that was such a long trip. Is that the planetarium?
Oh my god, that looks amazing.
What's a planetarium? I think it's like where they have stars and light show. I don't know. Oh yeah, we did this great one in the city.
I'm gonna buy that place for my mama.
All you people looking for shelter, we'll make a stop in the promised land. All you people coming from everywhere, far and wide to the promised land. But we won't stay long 'cause they're building our condos. Ain't no room in the promised land. Whoa, oh, 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 all you people working for pennies, tooth and nail in the promised land. Day and night we're burning the candle. Work your jobs in the promised land. Oh God, no help, no comrades, no unions. Won't last long in the promised land. Whoa, oh, 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 in the promised land. Oh, in the promised land. Oh, in the promised land. 62 floors sitting on empty. Waste the space in the promised land. God, no plans, no home and no future. Empty streets in the promised land. One by one going back where we came from. Walk away from the promised land. Walk away from the promised land. Walk away from the promised land. Oh, 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 oh.
John and Tony submitted this tune in our labor song contest a few years back, and we liked it so much we had it arranged. We recorded ourselves singing at home, and Cameron Kalinsky, who did the arrangement, also did the engineering magic to blend our separate voices. Additional thanks to conductor Peggy Hua and Lucas Meyer, who produced the video you've just watched. Today, you've seen a program spotlighting the crucial struggle by gig workers to be classified as employees and to gain legal protections, including minimum pay. It was brought to you by the Left Coast Labour Course of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Special thanks go out to the Left Coast Labour Course Social Media Committee, and working on this program were myself, Christine Cheveldave, Barbara Coward, Liz Coquette, Janet Dempsey, Mickey McCoon, Dan Keaton, Susan Weber, and Lucas Meyer. We invite you to share this program using the YouTube link. And we also challenge you to identify issues in your home communities, create your own programs, and share them with us. Spreading the word and solidarity is at the heart of this social justice work. Look for more Themes of Our Times programs from the Left Coast in the coming months. If you want more information about gig workers organizing, or if you would like to help with this struggle, we conclude with a list of contacts and resources for you. I'm Christine Cheveldave signing off from the Left Coast Labour Course.
When the union's inspiration through the workers' blood shall run, there can be no power.